Cow skin, also called KPOMO, is a delicacy that most Nigerians love to eat, and it adds a distinct flavor to any meal, particularly stews and soups. Hi everyone, Evelyn here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the tastiest KPOMO stew paired with some boiled beans. So let's start cooking. Here I have all the ingredients I'm going to be using for this recipe, and a full list of the ingredients will also be in the description box, so you can check that out much later. So for this recipe I'm going to be using the basics, and so I don't waste too much of your time, I'm going to be running through the ingredients while we cook. In a pot, I'm going to be adding my KPOMO. I already went ahead to wash and clean them, and I'm going to be cooking them with some chopped onions, seasoning cubes, and some salt. And that's all I'll be using to make this because I want to maintain its authentic flavor. Then I'll add some water and stir, place the lid on, and I'll cook until it is soft and tender. So while that was cooking, I went ahead to roughly blend my tomato and pepper mix, and this is just a combination of some fresh tomatoes, some bell peppers, habanero peppers, onions, garlic and ginger. And back to what we were cooking. At this point the KPOMO is completely cooked, so I'll just give it one last stir, take them off the heat and set them aside for later. And for the stew, I'm going to be using a combination of some palm oil and vegetable oil, and that's because I want the palm oil flavor, but I don't want it to be too strong, and that's why I'll be adding a little vegetable oil. So I've just added some chopped onions. I'm going to stir and let this fry until the onions are soft and fragrant, and this should take about 2 to 3 minutes on medium heat. Now at this point I'm going to be adding some tomato paste, but this is actually optional, but I encourage you to do this because it just intensifies the flavor of your stew. Now I'm going to be frying this until it turns from a bright red to a deeper red color. And also bear in mind that while you fry your tomato paste, you need to keep stirring so it doesn't get burnt. And this should take about 5 minutes or so. And once your tomatoes start sticking to the pan like this, you know it's time to add your tomato and pepper mix. Next, I'll be adding our tomato and pepper mix. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Evelyn. Please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And also, if you found the video helpful, please click the like button and share the video to your family and friends. And now back to our stew. I'm just going to stir to combine and let this fry until all the liquid is gone and the oil begins to settle on top. But bear in mind that while this is cooking, you need to keep stirring at intervals so it doesn't get burnt. And this is not going to take too much of my time because I didn't add too much water while I was blending. Also, if you want to save some more time in the kitchen, you can blend your pepper mix, then boil to remove all the liquid before you begin frying your stew. That way you don't need to fry your tomato and pepper mix for too long. Next, I'm going to be adding the stock from the cow skin or KPOMO we cooked earlier. And guys, this is going to add that KPOMO flavor that we are looking for in this stew. I'll give this a quick mix and let it simmer on medium heat for a few minutes before seasoning. And to season, I'll be adding some curry powder, some dried thyme, some seasoning cubes, and a little bit of salt. Please and please, you do not need to add too much seasoning because remember that the stock also has been seasoned. And I'm just going to give this a quick mix and make sure everything is well combined. Then I'll add the KPOMO or cow skin into the stew so it can soak up some of the stew. And now all I'll do is to stir, and I'll let this simmer for about 5 minutes on low heat, and after that your KPOMO stew is ready to be served. And this is how I love to make my KPOMO stew. So I'm going to be serving my stew with some boiled beans, and I already have some water heating up. I'll pour some washed beans, add some onions. I'm also going to be adding some beef stock. I love to add beef stock whenever I cook plain beans like this. You should try it out and let me know what you think. I'll give it a quick stir and then cover and let this cook until it is really soft. At this point, you can see the beans is almost ready. I'll give it a quick mix before seasoning. And now to season, I'll be adding 1 seasoning cube and a little bit of salt. Please do not add too much salt because remember the meat stock was already seasoned. I'll give this a quick mix and let this simmer on low heat for a few minutes. At this point, my beans is completely cooked and I love the texture and consistency of these beans. This is what we call honey beans because it is sweet and it doesn't take too long to cook. Now all I have to do is to serve, and guys, this was heavenly. You can also have this stew with some rice, some spaghetti, potatoes, plantain, yam, anything at all. And that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.